The squad really bears no resemblance to the team relegated from the Premiership a year ago. £12 million worth of players have been sold since then, and Dave Bassett is their third different manager in 12 months. As I mentioned, he's taken them from 15th to the brink of promotion, but he's missing two key players today. Palace without defenders Leif Anderson, who's injured, and the suspended Gareth Davis. But the good news for them is the return of David Hopkin in attack. He missed both semi-finals against Charlton because of injury. Leicester, of course, are old hands at this playoff business, and most of these players have been through it all before. In fact, as I mentioned, Steve Walsh and Mike Whitlow are both appearing in their fourth Wembley finals. Neil Lennon's been here with Crewe. Scott Taylor played for Reading against Bolton 12 months ago. So Leicester certainly have the edge when it comes to big match Wembley experience. Leicester's key absentee, their leading scorer Ewan Roberts, who's still recovering from broken ribs. And the substitutes. Palace have strikers Bruce Dyer and Carl Veart, the Australian, and midfielders Simon Roger. Leicester select Mark Robbins, a striker. Another Australian goalkeeper for is it Kenny Brown with the interception, and Grayson playing it safely back. Young Quinn winning his first header. Brown caught in possession. Claridge. This is it. Taylor in a good position, edge of the box. Heskey arriving from a deeper position. And he finally got there to the rather overhit cross. This is Parker. Claridge. Leaves it to Whitlow. Prefers it on his left foot. And a disappointing ball by Walsh. And attacking player down the right, but ran straight into the mountain of Walsh then. Palace are in front!
And Kevin Poole won't believe that at Wembley a ball could bobble over him from that. All culminating in some good play between Houghton and Roberts. Roberts brings the ball out from the back to start with. Plays Houghton in, Houghton finds it back, and look at it, a bobble at Wembley.
It's the first goal he scored for Crystal Palace, and what a moment to open his account, and what a venue. Heskey trying to get things back immediately, and almost did when he found Claridge on the near post.
That was a magic little ball in there from Heskey. Claridge was only an inch short of equalising.
It's not the start they wanted.
That's good feet. I mean, I've seen this goalkeeper make some miraculous saves through the season, Poole. I don't think the bobbles helped him at all there.
Tempting for Friedman. It looked as though he only had to get a foot in the way, and that would have been a second goal.
Well, that was brilliant play from Endo, and I'm sure Dougie Friedman could have slid in at that one. That looks an absolute stick-on for him if he'd have slid at it. There was a defender in his way, which may have meant that he got a late view of the ball on him, but that looks an excellent chance for me. Some great work by Endo here on the right wing.
Well, how important a miss could that turn out to be? Whitlow coming forward for Leicester, who are a goal behind. Heskey. He's lost Roberts, he's big and strong. Can't shake him off the ball easily. Taylor. Now Lennon, is camped out on the right touchline. And it goes instead towards Taylor. It wasn't the best ball. Edworthy with an easy clearance. However, it's one back, and this is Taylor trying to set it up for Parker. Good challenge by Roberts. Is it? It's a disappointing cross. Is it? Just setting it up again. Parker back to Lennon. And in it goes dangerously. And still danger here. Oh, that was a great chance. And Claridge and Martin O'Neill share their disappointment that it didn't go in. Everyone hesitated.
Yeah, I think there was a suggestion that they were looking for offside. To be fair to Claridge, he really didn't know where he was. The ball's coming over his shoulder. He can't focus on where the goal is or where the keeper is. He's just got to try and get a helping hand or a helping foot on it. Sort of thing I would expect from Palace. I'd expect them to keep possession better when they attack.
No caution, incidentally, for Walsh as the free kick is slid in quickly. That looks a well-practiced routine, and it almost produced a goal. In fact, it wouldn't have counted anyway because the linesman's flag spotted instantly by Ron Atkinson, I have to say, is raised. It would have been offside. But what a good move.
Yes, quick, bright thingy, a nice little ball.
By Kevin Poole.
That for me is the best bit of football there's been, Alan. Good little link-up play, and here you see somebody very positive outside of his left foot. Hardly gets a look at goal. He's hooking that all the way to goal, and that's a great save.
That has kept Leicester's hopes alive. That was going in, no question. Tuchel tries to get a little touch on from the corner. It's come out to Brown. And back in it goes towards Tuchel. And the header creates danger, and Poole has made another brilliant save, this time from Friedman. Well, in the semi-finals against Stoke, he did a similar thing early on there. He made 2 saves in the space of a couple of minutes, and he's done it again in the final.
Well, that's good link-up play there, good play.
Well, it was inviting enough, but nobody wanted to go onto it.
I thought it was superb.
Strange ball that. And in the end, the defender, who was Hopkin on that occasion, did well.
You certainly get the feeling that Leicester's best chance of a goal is something when Walsh is about. A long throw, corner, a free kick, something where he can get his head on it and cause mayhem in the Palace defence.
Heskey trying to do just that. Picture brings it out for Palace. It could be a long half for Crystal Palace if Leicester can carry on like this. Parker. Now he can hit the ball. Tuchel inadvertently, I think, headed it away. I don't think he knew much about that. Swung in, but neither Heskey nor Claridge able to get a touch. They think it came off a... Heskey and Grayson in support. Grayson. And the little bounce took it away from danger. And Leicester see a good chance go begging. Couldn't quite slide it through to the onrushing Muzzy, is it? But Leicester are turning up the heat here.
And you just...
And sets it up for Heskey. Oh, that's disappointing by Emil Heskey. Sets it up for Lennon. Great run. Claridge is onside. Tuchel got it away from almost on top of his own goalkeeper. Just waiting for the cavalry to arrive. And here's Grayson. Taylor. Control just let him down. Heskey. Grayson again. To Lennon. Surely this Leicester pressure must pay off. Lennon. Just can't get out of their own half. They can't get out of their own. It's a good-looking cross, headed clear by Roberts. By Nigel Martin.
From their first really good cross of the day in open play. Super crossing, good first time early ball. That's the ones the strikers like. There's big Heskey, go on, get your back on that. Nigel Martin just comfortably turns it over, but that's better. That'll give them the impetus now. Crystal Palace have now got to really hang on.
Parker hits it in long. Walsh coming in. Heskey's in there with him. Actually got in each other's way. Ball from Houghton, and Lennon has done brilliantly there for Leicester, because it looked really odds on a second goal. Houghton is screaming at Friedman.
He's furious. He knows that if Friedman was aware and lays a ball across him, he's going in one-on-one on the keeper, and Hopkins going to be lucky here.
Foul by Hopkin on Taylor, and he might be the first player caution in the game.
Any sort of awareness there from Friedman, and Ray Houghton's he's looking down the barrel at the keeper.
They're celebrating already, but there's a rather important kick to come yet. But a brilliant ball by the captain Walsh, and Muzzy is it. Determined, was tripped by Edworthy. The referee had no hesitation.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that Edworthy made a challenge there. Tackling, chasing back like that. Is it still had people to go by?
Gary Parker, never afraid to take responsibility, will take the kick. And a level!
And I don't think anyone, Alan, can begrudge them that. They've worked, they've drove, they've fought, and they've got the reward for it. And it's a safe bet the calmest man on the field there would have been Gary Parker.
Absolutely. He was always first in the queue, I think, for Villa when the European penalties were taken.
Always will take responsibility, and no matter how his game is the sort of player that will never shirk anything.
Get the ball, says Martin O'Neill, get the ball. Professional as ever, while his players were celebrating, he won't quite get in there. Lennon has absolutely worked himself into the ground for Leicester today.
It's been a big area for the midfield, Leicester.
Tremendous header as well, but it was cleared even as Walsh had his arms up celebrating. Martin gets it away again brilliantly. Grayson, good play by Friedman though. Produced the final ball. Houghton. Beard. And he's in there again, that little terrier Lennon. And then Walsh clashes with Beard because it seemed from where I was that Beard might have just left his foot in a little bit there. Off the line by Carl Beard. Parker. In it goes again, and the keeper with a very good catch. Well played, Nigel Martin.
It's almost inevitable, you think. I think even the players think that. The ball's there, nice height on it, that Walsh is going to get on the end of it. And I must admit, when he's lobbed it over the keeper, I thought that was going in. And
a couple of minutes to stoppage time, I would think, as Taylor goes on. It's a great run by Taylor, but the final ball wasn't.
The run was positive.
Can he make it a dramatic late winner? He can't. That's a sort of halt. The 90 minutes has finished all square. Crystal Palace getting the early breakthrough with a goal by Andy Roberts, and then enduring something like, no exaggeration, 6. Is it? Heskey brought down by Roberts, free kick. That's a good looking ball. And it comes to Lennon, shot well blocked. Parker again, hustled out of it, but Whitlow comes to help him. He didn't realise he had it then. Parker.
He's played at Wembley a few times, Gary Parker, you know, and I bet he's not enjoyed himself ever as much as today. Virtually, him and Lennon for me have virtually ran the game.
Whitlow swings one in, that should be the goalkeeper's ball. He didn't make the best job of it though. Still he got it away, that was the chief priority. Martin O'Neill delighted with his players' efforts in that 90 minutes, he told us. But he just wanted more of the same, and they would have to win it. Claridge getting held, surely, by Tuttle.
Got to be patient there, Tuttle. That's what I talked about Claridge first half. He's an awkward customer. He gets under the defenders, he gets backs into them, and so forth. And that's when defenders have got to be patient. Particularly Tuttle, who's already had a booking.
Leicester have the free kick. Parker looks good. Walsh couldn't reach it. Tuttle did really well. Taylor knocked away by Pitcher. And Heskey drives one in along the ground. No one really in the box at the moment, so he's got to hold up till support arrives. Parker's in the middle, couldn't pick him out. Lennon with the volley. Good effort. Oh, Martin just about held on. Unlucky.
Didn't quite get hold of it right, Lennon, but neither did Martin, as it was. But he just pulled away a little bit earlier. Perhaps he'd have been coming at a better angle, but that would really put the cat amongst the pigeons there. Arms.
And still Heskey. That could easily have been a penalty again, but the referee, who was perfectly placed, I have to say, said no, play on. Be interesting to have another look at that.
Well, my first reaction, he drives. No, referee spot on. He's actually trod on Tuttle. Great decision. Mind you, he was nearer than us.
But yeah, you've got to praise the referee for that.
Yep.
Kind of thing that can easily fool people further away from the action than the official. Claridge to Lennon. Taylor. Still running. Where does he find it from? Running to... Just wouldn't sit up for him to make the shot. And Palace having their best little spell for a long time here. And Roberts tries another one similar to the effort that brought him his goal. He goes. What a brilliant run by Heskey. And typically, Palace's man of the match, Roberts, denied him. It's just about the end of this first period now of extra time. Nigel Martyn has not missed a thing really in his sweeper's role. Foul on Lennon by Endar, who's also in trouble now. George Endar, he's limping. Strange sort of clearance by Roberts. It's a corner. There's a sense of anticipation as Steve Walsh begins his run forward for this Leicester City corner.
And as I say, he's going in against without his marker this time. Tuttle's been his detailed marker all match.
In goes Walsh with a tremendous header. Roberts got it clear. Parker. Taken off him by Houghton, who runs and runs and stops the corner. But he's lost out. Parker. Well, went up. You've got to keep the concentration. You've got to summon up reserves of effort. Whitlow. Claridge couldn't reach it. Is behind him. Just chip one up. And tired clearance gets it away. Palace believe they can win it still. Poole goes in, just got a fingertip to that one as Carl Beard came flying in. It's a corner. That's a goal kick.
Very neatly weak. I'm surprised at that because Poole's always given me the impression that he's an excellent reaction keeper.
Well,
but
that could be the winner from Claridge. It is! Stevie Claridge has given Leicester a place in the Premiership. And Martin O'Neill's masterstroke, in the most unexpected way, has paid off. And the man he signed for £1 million has scored a goal that's worth a lot more than that. Stevie Claridge hits the back of the net, and that means that Leicester are back in the Premiership.
that is almost a replica of the Cantona goal, isn't it? In the cup final, the way he's composed himself and hit it. Great strike, great timing, and as you so rightly said, what a great substitution. Can't help thinking that the delay when the substitute was made, because we were confused whether the referee had blown for time.
He has
there
now.
It is now.
It's all over, and Leicester City take their place in the Premiership, and there is not a shadow of a doubt that they deserve it. It was a cruel way for Nigel Martyn and Crystal Palace to lose out in the end, when they must have felt they were going to at least have an opportunity from the penalty spot. But in terms of the 90 minutes and the half an hour of extra time, justice for once in this crazy game has been done. Leicester City go back to where they belong. And Stevie Claridge, whose doctor told him weeks ago, stop playing, you're doing yourself no good, the thyroid problem is going to get worse before it gets better. He said, no, I'm carrying on. And he has carried on and scored the winning goal at Wembley.
CCB's